for the stuff.
The Archers is the world's longest-running radio show, with more than 15,000 episodes broadcast. Despite being a rural flavour show, The Archers is recorded in the heart of the UK's second-largest city, Birmingham.
Previously in The Archers, Stella confides to Jolene she is thinking of getting a dog. She has empty bungalow syndrome. Pip joins them, full of the news that Brookfield has finally settled on cattle mattresses. It will save them having huge amounts of straw bedding. Stella guesses this means her Mac of straw deal is off. She is happy though. She is not keen on Mac's breeding as a method and can easily find another buyer for home for straw. Result. Later, Pip informs Stella there is unrest among some residents about the proposed movement of slurry from Brookfield to Home Farm. They agree it won't cause any of the potential problems raised at Parish Council, but Pip reckons some in the village will need convincing. Adil agrees to a bonus payment for Ayaan, but when he finds out about Tracy's recent Grey Gables bedroom misdemeanor, he tells Oliver she doesn't deserve an extra payment. Roy apologizes to Adil for his recent rudenesses and is forced to take back his declaration that he wouldn't work for him and has no loyalty to Grey Gables. He is heard about the job opportunity and would like to be considered. Adil promises to add Roy to the list of interested candidates. Jolene brings biscuits in gesture of support for the staff. Sad Tracy is grateful. Roy mentions a farewell for Cathy on Thursday when they have the hotel bar. Jolene agrees Riley to supply some old photos she'll get from Kenton. Oliver hopes he and Tracy can still be friends. Tracy tells him he sacrificed friendship for money. She needs nothing from him. Thank you for listening, and now I will leave you with the episode of The Archers.
This is the BBC.
This podcast is supported by advertising outside the UK.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.
You're listening to Wednesday's episode of The Archers from BBC Radio 4.
No, not that way. Come on, you.
Any road. She came home from school and she shut herself away in her room.
That's not like Kira.
Yeah, I know. Took Emma ages to find out what was wrong.
And what was it?
Some kid in her class was having a birthday party and she wasn't invited.
Oh, dear. No, come on, you. This way.
Yeah, but Helen's son was, you see, and according to Kira, Henry's not even friends with this girl. But her dad is someone who works with Lee, so... yeah. I reckon Kira's got every right to feel miffed. Any road, last one coming through.
OK. In you go, feller. That's it.
Wow, they're looking pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah. Really nice bunch of lambs you got there.
Yeah, I mean, look at the back end on that one.
Plenty of meat on there.
Might be one for the Borsetshire show.
You're thinking of showing one of these, are you?
Yeah, so great having the show back on again.
Yeah.
I really missed it these past 2 years, you know.
Although, I'm not sure that's one for the show ring.
Why?
Well, have a look at its face.
Why, what's wrong with it?
The shape of its head. Looks sort of elongated. Yeah, a bit small compared to its great meaty backside.
Well, maybe you're right. Some of them are always better looking than others, aren't they?
But come to think of it, they all look a bit different from how they used to. Remember that one you showed a few years back? That one, the rosette?
Yeah, of course I remember.
Oh, he had a big wide head with a nice black nose and those black eye drops. I mean, that's what makes a Texel, isn't it? A really handsome face.
Are you saying my lambs are ugly? Are you all
all right?
Oh, do stop fussing, Pat.
Sorry.
I'm absolutely fine.
But you're... what is it now? 23 weeks?
24. And I know I'm the size of a house, but I've been spending too much time sitting on my backside. I really need a bit of exercise. It's such a lovely morning. Oh, it's great to be out in the fresh air.
Is there much further to go?
No, not far now.
You're being very mysterious about this, Natasha.
I know. Tom and I thought it would be fun to give you a nice surprise.
Oh, is that all right?
Nice for us too. I was beginning to despair of us ever finding a place of our own. And I bet you're glad to be finally getting rid of us, aren't you?
Not at all. It's been a pleasure having you at Bridge Farm.
But I know it's meant a lot of extra work for you. All the cooking and cleaning. We really haven't been pulling our weight. And it's very naughty of you to have done our ironing yet again.
Well, you've both got very demanding jobs.
True. Heaven knows how we're going to manage when the babies arrive. And Tom's really sorry he couldn't come with us today. Only the Bridge Fresh boxes wait for no man.
I know.
And everyone's going to be getting a little bit extra this week. There's so much veg and salad stuff going to waste without the Grey Gables order.
Tell me about it. I'm having to put everything on special offer in the shop.
We're going to have to put a bit of effort into seeking out new customers.
You should get Adam on board.
Yes. I heard he sweet-talked that woman from the London delis. Now, it's just down here.
Oh, that'll take us to April Cottage and keep us... Oh.
You've guessed?
Oliver?
Oh, hi.
You still here?
Yes. I really should be getting up to Grey Gables. I just can't quite summon up the energy.
A bit rough up there, is it?
Yeah, just a bit.
Oh, dear.
Even Tracy had a go at me yesterday. Said she no longer wished to be friends with me.
Oh.
Can't say I blame her, but...
No, well,
it's still pretty hard to hear.
I just wish you'd told us what you were planning. So we could have given you a bit of support.
Well, the fact is, Eddie, I didn't really plan this at all. The hotel was hemorrhaging money, and I was on my knees trying to keep it afloat, topping up people's wages from my own pocket.
From your own pocket? Oh, Oliver.
I knew it couldn't go on, but I just didn't know what to do. Couldn't face searching for a buyer, and then, well, this offer landed in my lap.
So, why are you selling to this chap? What's his name?
Adil Shah.
That's the one. From what I've heard, he sounds like one of them blokes who just throws money at things.
Oh, he's really not.
Acts like the world is some giant monopoly board for him to play with.
No, Eddie. Adil and the outfit he works for, they're good people. People with a vision that chimes with mine.
Dad! You can't give us a hand, please?
Yeah, I'm just talking to Oliver.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realise.
No, it's okay. You go and help Ed. Time I was heading off anyway.
Come in.
You're a dark horse, you really are.
Hi, Kathy.
Oh, lovely to see you again, Natasha. And I do apologise for the mess. I've left myself a ridiculously short time to get everything packed up.
And when you're not doing it here...
I'm doing it at Grey Gables. Crazy, isn't it?
And all this time you've been scheming behind my back. Why didn't you tell me when you saw me on Sunday?
Because it only just occurred to me that Natasha and Tom might be interested in the cottage. And I hadn't had a chance to float the idea with them.
And we didn't want to say anything till we'd seen the place.
So when did you come and see it?
Last night.
When you said you were going round to see Helen?
We didn't want to get your hopes up in case we didn't think it was suitable. And by the time we got home, you and Tony had gone to bed, so surprise!
It's such an ideal arrangement for me.
And for us.
What? It's quite small.
Oh, come on, Pat. Me and Tom lived in the flat above the shop, remember? This is a palace by comparison. And the second bedroom, which is going to be the nursery.
Jamie's bedroom.
It's a really good-sized room. And you'll be leaving the furniture, won't you, Kathy?
Oh, yes, it comes fully furnished.
Washing machine and dishwasher.
Can't take them on my travels, so yes, that's all staying. And if you want anything in the way of bedding, crockery or whatever, just let me know. The less I put in storage, the better, in my view.
We'll have a chat about that. I'm sure there's plenty of storage for us at Bridge Farm. Oh, I like the look of that telly.
Jamie's bagged that, I'm afraid. I'm taking it with me next week when I go down there. I'm going to stay with him for a few days before I set off for the States.
Would it be all right if I go upstairs?
Yes, of course.
I just want to measure up for some new curtains and stuff for the nursery. I won't be long.
You're very quiet, Pat. You all right?
Yes, I think so. It's just all come as a bit of a shock.
Yeah, I've been staring at them in the pen, and you're right, they do look different. And I just can't tell anymore what would make a prize winner.
But you're the expert, Edward. You're the one who knows about textiles.
But you spotted the change, and I figured out the reason.
Have you?
Well, with no shows for the past couple of years, I've just been concentrating on the performance figures. You know, live weight gain, lambing outcomes, that sort of thing.
So you haven't been looking at their faces?
No, just their fat backsides. Tried to explain it to Emma and she just accused me of body shaming.
Oh, Lord.
Any road, she's not put me off. Still going to enter one of the textiles for the show. But I just don't know what I'm looking for anymore.
And you want me to choose the prettiest one?
Yeah.
OK. Well, let's get in the pen with them.
Right. Yeah, what about this one?
No. Look at it from the front. Narrow head and the eyes look sort of squinty.
Yeah, OK.
Reminds me of you when you were a baby.
You what?
You really were an ugly little thing when you were first born.
I was not.
Oh, you won't remember.
I've seen photos. I was cute.
No, that was our William who was dead cute. You weren't.
Oh, thanks very much. Right, what about this one?
Same thing. Head looks sort of squished. That's how you looked till you were about 5.
Oh, shut up, Dad.
Oh, your mum thought you were lovely, of course. But me, your granddad and Uncle Alpha, we all thought you were a weird-looking kid.
I'm starting to understand what Emma means about body shaming now.
Don't worry. You improved a lot with age.
It makes me feel guilty judging these poor creatures on their looks.
Ah, now. That one there, by your left elbow.
Well, this one?
Yeah. Look at that nice wide forehead.
Well, he's got a good conformation. Straight back. He's good on his feet. So yeah, I reckon he's the one.
Oh, Pat, I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologise.
I honestly thought I was doing you a favour. I was convinced you'd be glad to see the back of them.
Well, I totally understand why you thought that. And certainly when they first moved in, it was something of a challenge.
I remember you saying.
Yeah, well, they did rather take the place over and disrupt the routine that Tony and I'd fallen into. But over time, we've all adjusted. These days we get along fine.
Yeah, but only the other day I caught you doing their ironing.
Well, I really don't mind taking on a few extra chores. Natasha works all hours, and I just know she's going to need a lot of help when the babies arrive. So it seemed like the ideal situation to have them there at the farm with us.
Oh, Pat, I'm really sorry.
So Tony and I could help out.
So I've gone and upset everything, haven't I?
Oh, don't be silly. I'm just being selfish. I know how thrilled Tom and Natasha will be to have a place of their own.
And it's not as if they're going to be miles away.
No, it's practically on the doorstep. But my biggest regret, Kathy, is that you're not going to be here anymore. I'm going to miss you terribly.
You still here?
No, I've been into Grey Gables. I just came back to get myself a bit of lunch.
Oh, I was just going to do a fry-up for me and Edward. You're welcome to join us.
No, sandwich will do me, thanks. But you carry on.
I guess there's nothing to be had at Grey Gables these days.
Well, the remaining staff have all brought food in, set up a kind of snack bar in the staff room. But I don't feel I'd be welcome in there. And Kathy wasn't in this morning.
Yeah, Clary said she's soon off on a round-the-world cruise.
I think it's more of a road trip, but yes, she's off to Alaska. Hope I'll see her before she goes. She's been such a rock in recent years, managing the place. I never believed anyone could fill Caroline's shoes, but Kathy...
You'll miss her, won't you?
I'll miss them all, Eddie. All those wonderful people who made Grey Gables what it was.
Oh, they'll still be around, Oliver. It's only Kathy you shooting off.
But will they ever forgive me?
Of course they will.
When I agreed the deal with the buyer, via Ardell, I thought people would understand. You see, I really didn't want to hand it over to some anonymous chain, and their offer, I thought, well, this is what Caroline would go for, and I suppose I expected other people to appreciate that, but of course they don't.
No, well, at the moment people can't see beyond the fact that their jobs have disappeared.
I know.
And they've got to blame someone, haven't they? But give it time, Oliver. A few weeks when the memory has faded a bit. Folks will come round. You'll see.
Sure for that now. I mean, it would have been a stretch for him finding out.